Hi, this is Dan Martin. Today I'm going to do a video on what's called the line of action. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now. So what is the line of action? Well, the line of action is a physics term of where force is being directed or applied, to keep it really simple without getting into a lot of details. And every motion where something causes a force to create something else has a line of action. Well, in the golf swing, it's pretty simple. The line of action is the swing center, which is your chest, and it's a direct line from the swing center to the golf ball. So everything we do in golf is going to revolve around this idea of getting energy to go parallel or return back to that line of action. And it sets the sequence of a swing. Most players struggle because they don't understand where the line of action is and how they're supposed to move their body to cause the swing to create natural forces and physics to actually run into the golf ball. Because you see, we don't hit the ball with our hands and our muscle or forearm muscles. We actually use our trunk muscles to spin, much like an ice skater in reverse. So instead of pulling in to create speed, we use an internal turning force to create a lot of pulling forces that end up running into the ball. And that line of action is crucial because it does set up your success of whether your club is going to hit it in the center and whether it's going to have really good direction. So again, the line of action is the chest center to the actual golf ball. In a really, really good golf swing, the most important action you have is your chest center has to turn perpendicular to the line of action. Most golfers struggle first and foremost because they don't complete their turn. So their arms start to go in different spots and the chest never makes it back. And so that's very difficult to get the club back to the line of action, or it happens in a very ineffective way. So as we make a big turn, now I have the opportunity to do some really interesting things. So first and foremost, my lower body can start to lock in and start to pull my chest, which is going to be the first thing that returns to the line of action. If you struggle in golf, I guarantee you your chest peters out and other things start to happen early. But if you're really striking the ball well and really creating a lot of force, your chest will line up first. So I've got this aim stick set up, and it's a really cool drill that you can do to start to develop your sequence slowly. Is you're going to put an aim stick in the ground, you're going to point it roughly to your chest and just kind of as a guideline of where that line of action is. And you're going to make a big turn back and make sure that your shoulder feels like it got behind the stick. That's a good indicator that you got your chest perpendicular to the line of action. And then I'm just going to set my hand and arm structure at the top and I'm going to leave it alone. If I'm struggling in golf, I'm going to move this first, or I'm going to start putting forces on the club or start to use my arms instead of, I just want to learn how to turn my chest back, leaving this up until it gets back to the line of action. So that's the first thing to realign. The next thing that's going to just happen, if I do this well, it causes my arms to swing. So my arm now lines up with the line of action, and then finally the golf club, boom, pops into the line of action. And that's how the swing sequence goes. So putting this into action after I've done my step-by-step reps is I want to take some practice swings and just take it to the top. I want to hold it, and I want to see if I can feel my chest turn pull everything through. So it always feels like I'm initiating with this intent to turn my chest. That's what sends messages from the brain to use the lower body. You don't need to tell your hips how to go. You actually need to learn to have the intent to rotate your chest back to the line of action so the rest of the golf swing can unfold. So once again, the line of action is something that you'd really need to know about in golf and make that your intent. And if you can do that drill, I'm sure you're going to start to develop a better sequence of motion and a much cleaner understanding of how your golf swing works.